everybody else, kind of help us understand what we are up to, And so the angels kind of speak to us, give us these subtle little messages through these cards. And I use this angel deck in combination with an animal angel deck to get the medicine, the mojo of the day just right here, you see. That's how we do it. And these are real colorful little cards that I got here, man. This one's got a painting of a pair of angels holding a baby, and there's some babies sitting at their feet and all kinds of glittery, glowing life around them. It's a beautiful card. I wish you could see it. It's awesome, man. Just set you free just looking at it. And let's see what it says on the other side of it there. It says, light. Oh, my goodness. The kingdom of God is amongst you. Yes, indeed. It's inside, man. It's not really, like I say, sometimes these sayings are a little archaic because whoever wrote them, had that perspective, But just the same, we read the message the angels want us to receive, and that is, the light's within you. You are the star beings. Yes, you are. Each and every one here is a star, and all of us are the one star at the center of it all. The sun, gives birth to all of the light, and in conjunction with the mother brings forward creation just right. The act of love. Right there at the center of it all, babies. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Speaking of smoke, I think it's time for a little wake and bake, don't you? But first, a little kalink on my official Coyote Club mug. Yes, indeedy, man. Here's a salute to you guys, and if you haven't got your official Coyote Club mug, get on over to thecoyoteclub.com and get yourself one of these precious little mugs. It's like drinking coffee from a silver chalice or something, a golden chalice, man. The chalice of love, the Holy Grail right here in my hot little hand, with this little cup that's not only emblazoned with the coyote, but also with the MJ, the Mary Jane of Love, gateway to paradise, man. Ooh, and her beautiful presence smiling forth from behind a marijuana leaf surrounded by a halo of stars. Now, what does that tell you? Huh? Is that not metaphorical and representative of some kind of true reality we've been speaking about this morning? And here it is displayed on this little mug, hand imprinted, I might add, by old Grandpa himself, who creates and forms the artwork and all that shit, borrow a little here or there, but, we put it all together, get it up there, and get it into my little press machine and press it on these beautiful little mugs. We got some stuff now that really sticks to the mugs a lot better than the last stuff. But the last stuff was great, too. It was good, man. You just have to treat it carefully. I found that out. But, babies, these little mugs are part of what helps set us free because, number one, we're listener-supported, and that helps us raise a tiny bit of revenue. We don't need a whole lot, we just have to keep re-equipping and upgrading, and the show's getting better and better. Time's coming when I'm going to be able to spin vinyl for you. Old vinyl, baby, new vinyl. Well, I don't think there is any new vinyl, but the old vinyl, man. I'm going to be able to, play it off cassette tapes and so forth. I'm going to deck myself up here. We're going to get this thing so rocking. You're so going to love it. It's just going to get better and better. I know you love it already, but it's just going to get better and better because I can do these little projects. And then, best of all, one way or another, we're going to be bringing it out to you, putting it right there in the people's face, I'll go to little coffee shops around this country, around this world. Hell, I don't care. I travel anywhere. I'll put my radio show in a box, man, and pack it around with me if I have to, along with my little doggy, little Okie. And we go everywhere, anywhere, We'll just do that. Maybe a good share this year we'll be out there running around. Who knows? Let's see what happens. But I do know that's part of my anticipated itinerary is to bring this old radio show, where you happen to be and see if you can't get a little more of that glow, babies, directly. So if you got yourself an official Coyote Club mug, well, you're going to be on my email list and you're going to hear about it and you're going to know I'm going to be there and when I'm going to be there and how I'm going to be there, etc., provided the hippie thing don't interfere with us and flow me some other way. In which case, I'd get on the horn and give you an email, tell you that too, babies. But anyway, you'd be more than invited. You don't need a mug to get in, no. But it's nice if we could all gather in person and clink our little mugs at the center of some little table in some little coffee shop somewhere near you. Wouldn't that be a blast? Well, that's what I anticipate, I think I can get some cooperative owners, to let me come in and do my radio show right out of their little coffee shop, man. Be an amazing experience for everybody there. I can just see the old yuppies rushing through, grabbing their, cappuccino latte, man. And all of a sudden, they're standing there, and they forgot what they were there for because the presence hit them, and they started to realize they were awake and alive, you know. Well, that's the kind of presence you carry with you. So in a way, I'm already where you are because we're the same being. We're the same person. And we share the same energy, whether we do it through a radio show or just by being there. You know what I mean? Because that's all I really do. I just show up, man. Let the rest of it flow, man. You know. Well, that's all any of us do. See, we're in it together. We just show up. We just be what we are. We just let it happen, you know. Carefully. Ha! Let the fear be done with. You don't need any carefully. No. What you need is allowance. To see, to understand, so you can let it come in, you see. And just let it keep growing. And you start with this simple little embrace. And if you still have some fearful reservations, so be it. Respect them. Look at them. Maybe there's something at the seed root of that fear that needs some dealing with inside. You know, maybe you haven't quite caught on because something's nagging at you. Maybe from way back when, maybe right now. Maybe there's a situation in your life right now that you ain't quite got equitized, and you need to take a look at it really quick. So it's nagging at you. So you just give yourself the time. You go inside. And you take that little ride and you say, hey, Clyde, where's my light? Where's my love? What's going on? Why am I nagged by this thing? And the next, you know, and you don't have to rattle it off even. You just kind of gently flow into it, you know, with that question in your heart, really. And the heart, of course, responds because it already knows the answer. It invented the question so it could give you the answer. Yes, a heart is magic, babies. It works like that all the time. It tricks us. It fools us in. There's your coyote medicine. It fools us in to doing what we need to do all the frickin' time, to paying attention to what we need to pay attention to all the frickin' time. And yeah, sometimes its ways are a little harsh, or at least they seem to be from this side of the fence. But inside, there's always that smile, that mother's smile, and the smile of the sun at the center of the mother's smile. That's the glitter in her teeth, man. As she spreads that old lips and raises her old corners way up to the base of her eyes, man. She's smiling so brightly, you know. That's what we really feel inside all the time. That's the source of the light and love that I speak of. And that's how you can be in that light and love. You just accept it, don't you see? You find out it's there. Give yourself the time to see it, be it, love it, embrace it. And then you got lots to share. And just like the old Grandpaw here, going out, cruising around, sharing the radio show and his heart everywhere he goes. Well, babies, you be doing the same thing, you know. We're all stars, man. Each and every one of us are rock stars because we've been through the rock and we busted it up good and we put it back together, too, because we just like doing that shit. That's the roll in the rock. We like it. We do, babies. We eat it up. I mean, it's harsh, it's hell, but what we love is that sense of accomplishment when it's all over with and we've checked back in to our real self, you know, and gone to the other side, as we call it, and regenerate. Oh, my God, we look at that there in so much different eyes, you know, than we did when we were living it by a long shot. I mean, it's a whole different realm, the heart, you know. That's where we go, of course, when we croak, or, you know, but damn. So some of us now have had experiences with death where we didn't go to the other side, but just kind of cruised in and out, you know, and we brought that energy back with us each time we went there. And as we did so, well, the energy started to increase here in this earth. The realms got a little bit closer. The idea of division began to dissolve. You know, the idea of a place to die to, or of a paradise that's any different than this one. There is only one paradise, and that's us. Each of us. That's paradise. That's what we see in one another when we look upon one another for the first time and for the last time. Paradise. Especially in that last one, because by then you've got enough experience under your belt to really appreciate what you could not appreciate when you were young. You see. And all these funny little love songs and shit, they suggest something that's very real. I mean, they put it off in some kind of romantic interlude and so forth, but the reality is, each of us is a paradise, and that's why we become so fascinated with one another. We start to see that paradise in someone else as an achievable thing, you know, that there's some kind of thing that we can do in our gathering that'll bring that paradise forward. That's at the source essence of every joining in this reality. whether it's vile or beautiful or anything in between. That's the source cry inside of our little heart, inside of our little soul, to return to that place where the divine is mine. And there we be, the paradise lives, you see. And what's in you is in me and in each and every one of us, don't you see? We're free to be that paradise by dissolving away the ideas of division. You see, we see through the facade of division and dimension and expression and form. We can appreciate this expression and form. That's the basis of everything. It's the root, of course. But the vivaciousness that's sadly been lacking here suddenly returns. I mean, the glitter is back. The glow is in the life because you let it come back into you first and foremost. See, you're the sun, and if you want everything else to brighten up around you, well, you allow yourself to brighten up first and foremost. And babies, I'm telling you, you'll have nothing but paradise on your hands from there on, because that is our living truth. Now let's, and link to that, babies, because I love you silly. And let's draw this other card. Yesterday we had the Cougar, have confidence in your freedom. That was awesome, man. Beautiful guy. In fact, he emblazons the back of every one of these cards is that brave old cougar, you know, having the confidence of life, man. Let's see if I can shuffle. These are kind of new. I've only had these for a little while, but they're a gift of the heart, every bit as precious as anything that's ever been given to me ever in my life. You see, I value these things, not as objects or as an objective or anything, but just as a gift of the heart. I really appreciate and accept and understand in that way and level these days, where before I'd push shit away from myself. I really would. And I'd tell people no when they wanted to give me something, you know. I got to go find it myself, you know. Like, Jesus, I just found it and I didn't even know it. You ever done that kind of stuff in your life? Boy, I sure lived it backwards for a while. But I figured it out. It took me some time. But, you know, you got to fall on your face a few times before you find out you even have a face and which way to point it. You know what I mean? You got to find out you have a heart in order to employ it. You got to find out you have a consciousness in order to be it. That's just the way it is, man. I didn't do too bad a job of shuffling these up. They tell me somewhere towards the center of time there is a divine little animal with a message of mine. And I think it might be that one. Is it that one there, right there? Right on top. Okay, here we go, babies. Whew, the suspense is killing me. Maybe I'll take my time and do this slowly and exquisitely and enjoy every excruciating moment of it. Oh, my God, I turned it over. Oh, babies, this is good. We got the beaver, man, and it's all about productiveness. Ooh-wee, man. It says, go ahead and just do it. That means, you know, okay, what did the angel say to us? The angel said, the light is among you, is within you always. Which is what they say, the kingdom of God, which is kingdom of creation, you know. We don't isolate and separate the old boogeyman from ourselves anymore. There is God inside of everything, see? And there is one conscious presence called Great Spirit. And what is that? The presence of that one person in each and every thing and person that lives, everything. That's the united one person. It's kind of like your body with all of its little atoms and subatomics and sublight kind of things that brings us all together, and all the little molecules that work together and stuff. Well, we're kind of like a molecule in the reality of love. We're a very central and essential one because we're part of the mother's heart again. But, you know, we're kind of like a molecule in that larger body that is the universe, that is the life we live. See, that's what happened is kind of like you take the perspective of God, a person that is creator and creation and ever loving, no matter how you personify that. That's the basic attitude, right? You know, okay. And you let that consciousness spread into the creation as it expands so that it can feel the fullness of that creation and be all of that creation. And that's where we're at, see? It's not an exterior being. It's a being that we're inside of that's also inside of us. That's what the light card means. The light lives in all that is. That is life. Light is love. Love is light. Light is love in motion. That's the human existence. So the little beaver says, just go ahead and do it. And the Spirit says, be productive in your light. Let yourself see it. Let yourself become the star that you are, the rock star that you are. And dress accordingly, too. I want to see some real racy, seductive shit out there, guys. I'm getting kind of tired of all these yuppie clothes everybody seems to be wearing now. They're the most boring damn clothes I ever seen, man. You notice I try to keep my colorful threads on as much as I can, you know. Well, babies, let's follow the plan, man. You know, let's keep it colorful out there. If we got to wear clothes, you know, well, babies, make sure they're brighter than the rose and smell far finer too, babies. You know, just be the style and rock star that you are. Dress to the tits. Dress to the max, you know. And don't stop for anybody or anything. Just be the glow that you are, and know that you control the show, babies. You know, in your heart, of course, and you know it's a gracious thing. It's not a self-centered thing. Yet it is centered in yourself. Understand? Coyote medicine. You got one on this hand, you got one on that hand. There in the middle, you got it all, baby. That's the reality and truth in which we live. That's what the magical old angel cards are telling us today. The angel animals. Yeah, Justin Beaver, just get after it, man. Yeah, be the little beaver of love, man. Go chop down that tree and build a dam and make a house really quick, will you? I want to see you chewing on a tree right now, kid. I think what that means is, boy, babies, just step out of the way, you know. Take the fear and the illusion that compels the fear into being, and just take it to the side and nurture it. Take it in your arms and love it, but pull it to the side a little bit so the flow can really glow and so you can really get it right. Be productive. And if you're being led in a certain direction to do a certain thing and move in a certain way and it doesn't seem agreeable to you for some reason or another, look at it and go with the flow, babies. Follow the flow of the love. It will reward you immediately. You don't have to wait around now. You don't have to die to be in paradise. It lives right here, right now, with us. That's been the message all along, but nobody could fucking catch on till now. You know, we just couldn't bring the consciousness up quick enough. So I apologize for any delay in time, but guess what? The time is just right because it's now. So it don't really matter, and I got nothing to apologize for. Thank you very much. Oh, the coyote medicine go round and round. I don't think it ever stops on this side of the town. How about over on your side, babies? I bet you getting in the flow now, getting that glow and getting your old ass bit once in a while by that old coyote medicine. It's so damn beautiful. It does. It makes you want to dance on your little hiney feet, because that, you know, makes just about everything that ever happened allowable, because you can dance your way through it, and you did. Whether you knew it or not. That's what you're doing right now, baby. You're dancing the art of the heart. Right into this creation, man. You're the happy little critters from which it all erupted in the first place, man. I mean, it takes happiness to bring forward life now, doesn't it? For the most part, anyway. Darlings, we just set each other free. Now, you want to stay tuned. I think we got that news conference coming up here in just a few minutes, probably about 15, 20 minutes. We'll break in as soon as she begins. Babies, you don't want to miss this from the hot chick. The one mother of love, man. She's a mother-loving mother, I'll tell you. Driving that Mazda Miata right there to that less than 150 room chalet there on the mountainside in that great little country known as Lavinia. Or Lavinia, as I say, yes. It's all in the enunciation of what you intend to convey. Yes, indeed, that's the magic of the words that we use here on this Coyote Medicine Show in this coyote way. Oh, darlings, ain't it fun to play with old Grandpa today? I love it. Sun's come up. I'm starting to bark, man. You know, howling my hoon, not to the moon, but howling my hoon to the rising sun inside. Babies, yes, indeedy. Embrace your most fearful side. It's probably your most beneficial, as it transforms and reveals the truth of itself, and the fear dissolves into an intensity of surety of the most gracious and most vivacious love you've ever felt. No matter where you've been or how much you've been loved and loving, this is the moment you've been waiting for. It's reunion with the divine being, the divine presence inside of yourself. That we're such a great part of, and that which is such a full part of us, all of us. Coyote medicine, don't you see? Babies, we love you. like crazy over here on this side of the planet. And babies, we ain't speaking to you from solid granite, but from a soft sandy hillside at 9,000 feet high, babies. Gonna be real easy to take off here, once we remember how it is that we fly. Oh, so says Grandpa here on the Coyote Medicine Show, only on the Hazy Radio Network. You're going to want to stay tuned. There's a lot more to go here on the Coyote Medicine Show. We just rocking your road today, babies. Let's get underway. Oh, yeah. Let it flow in. Let it begin. Let it be who you are. Babies, you are that star. Rockstar.